This Ibis White Beauty, this is a brand new 2024 Audi A3. In this video, I'm going to tell you the top 5 things that you need to know about this car right here. I'm going to cover the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, the engine, and the drive. So before we get started, if you want to support this channel, make sure you shop apparels like this at Ceezy.store. It's a premium brand with sustainable products, and you can use code CWORLD40 for 40% off. You can click on the link in the description. Okay, so now without further ado, let's get in the review. I am Ceezy, and you're in my world. Let's ride. This is the 2024 Audi A3. So we're gonna take a quick walk around the car, starting with the front. So as I mentioned here, this is the Ibis White Metallic, very shiny color underneath the sun. It's one of Audi's typical color for sure. And let me mention this, on this car you have the black optic package, and you're gonna see a lot of black trims around the car. I always recommend black optic on any Audi because the black elements just complement any color that Audi has. So it's just perfect package for the car. Okay, so now front element here, you have the fully LED headlights, and you have the redesigned DRL or daytime running light on it, which also has the dynamic turn signal. Let me just show that real quick. So if I unlock the car, you're gonna see it, dynamic turn signal, and then DRL is shining at you. All right, so that's perfect right there. So now going lower, you have this panel right here. It's not perforated, there's no inlets on it. It's not gonna channel any air to the side, it's just for design purpose. So on the S3 and the RS3, it's actually perforated, and you can see all the inlets in the honeycomb that will feed air to the tire, cool up the brake, and stabilize the car as you're driving. But this one right here is just for design purpose, and you can see black element around it, part of the black optic package. Without black optic package, anything that is black to the front, to the side, to the back would be all matte gray or shiny chrome. All right, so this is what you have here. So to the front, you have a lip spoiler, and you have a small split right here that will channel air through and cool off the radiator, and also channel air in the right areas of the car just to reduce drag and all of that. Okay, so right above the lip, you have the signature Audi single frame grille, and it's all blacked out. The surrounding is blacked out, the frame, the logo is blacked out, black optic package. But the only difference here, you have a new grille here for the A3. It just feels like a hard plastic. So this one, I feel like if you get in the fender bender, then you can replace it easily. But this is the hard plastic right here. Still looks great, no complaints at all about it. But this is what you have here, and then you have the body lines starting from the front of the hood, and they follow all the way to the back, giving the car some extra character and make it look aggressive as well. All right, this is what you have to the front. Let's keep going to the side. So to the side right here, first of all, you can see the side profile of the car. This element I was mentioning here to the side, the design piece, you can see it still shows to the side of the car and continues all the way to the back. So great side profile, and I like the way the sun is shining on the car right now. You can see from the shadow, it just accentuate all the body lines, and you can see how sharp they are. There's nothing bold about the Audi design language. You can see all the crease in the shadow right here, all the body lines. This is a cool look right here with the contrast of the light and the shadow. This is perfect. Okay, so to the side here, you have 18-inch wheels because of the black optic package. So this car comes standard with 17-inch, and I think you can go all the way up to 19-inch wheels on this car. They're gonna fit. And on the S3, this is what you have. You have 19-inch, and it's gonna be a good look on the car for sure. All right, you have some very nice rims on this car. So this is like a gray pearl effect right here, very shiny under the sun. It looks like it has sparkles in it. Very cool rim right there. Good job, Audi. All right, so let's keep going. So as I mentioned before, you have the black optic on the car, so you're gonna have black frame around the windows. This is perfect right here. And on the S3, sometimes you can get black mirror cap as well with the black optic package. And if you have the carbon package on the S3, then you're gonna have carbon mirror caps. So these are all the different variations that Audi has. So now you can see, as I mentioned, the design, the side profile is very short. So I'll get to the dimension in a minute. So now let's keep going to the back. Okay, so now at the back here, first let me start with the antenna of the car. So this is a black element right here from the black optic. All right, so there's no spoiler at the edge of the trunk. If you want to see a spoiler on the trunk, you have to go to the S3 or the RS3. All right, so black Audi logo right here, black A3 badge right there. So this is pretty cool. So they have redesigned taillights on the car as well, and you still have some cool dynamic turn signal as well. Let me just unlock so you can see it. Nice sequential movement, sweeping to the right, to the left, depending on which side. Okay, so you have Quattro badge over here, sensors on the bumper, two reflectors, one on each side of the bumper, and you have this piece of design right here that also has one of the parking sensors as well. And then going lower, so there is no functional exhaust on the bumper. All right, the actual exhausts are behind the bumper and facing the ground. So now right here, so this is a black piece right here because of that black optic package again. So without that, it would be matte silver or matte or chrome even. All right, so now let's keep going. Okay, so now before we get inside the car, I want to talk about the dimension. And as you can see from the side profile, you can tell that this car is very short. It's a very small car. All right, so this one right here, it is 176 inches long, 71 inches wide, and 55 inches tall. So very small dimension, and we're gonna see how it feels on the interior. So now before I jump in, I want to show the keyless entry. You have it on all four door, and it's a feature that's been standard for years now and still consistent. All right, so just place your hand behind the handle with your key tucked away, and then you unlock the car like this. When you're outside and you can see a little crease or a little spot right there, there's a sensor. You just tap it, and this is how you lock the car on the outside with your key tucked away in your bag, pocket, wherever you have it. And now we're going to check out the interior. Okay, so now jumping inside the A3, I'm not gonna close the door, it's baking out here, I'm already sweating. All right, so inside the A3 right here, all I can see, it's pure luxury. This is what you expect to get in an Audi. All right, so you have leather everywhere. Oh, it's very spongy, good quality leather right here. Everywhere on the dashboard, you have all leather wrapped steering wheel, you have the stitching on it, everything just for attention to detail and luxury. You have comfort seats with all the stitching, all leather, and they feel just like cotton. I'm sitting on cotton right now like a cloud. Pretty comfortable for real. All right, and then you have redesigned seats with some Alcantara element around it just for design. All right, it's pretty cool. Redesigned seats for the A3. All right, so you have some dark gray matte finish right here. Cool piece of element right there, and you have it on the dashboard. All right, pretty cool. And one cool thing is that they have this wood. It's a very long name. I'm gonna try to say it, but I'm gonna pop it up on the screen so you can see it. They call it the agate gray birch grain wood, something like this. It's a very long name. I don't know who came up with that thing, but all I can say is a very nice finish to the material right here. Audi is good with their wood trims for sure inside the cars. All right, so on the door, you can see that you have this matte silver element right here, and then the door handle, it just looks like an eagle facing down. It's consistent in the S3, the RS3, and you have the same design in the Q3 as well. So it's specific to the three lines. All right, this is what you have here. Very well laid out. You have buttons everywhere, good quality button. You can feel the nice click. All right, they managed to make like even buttons feel luxurious in the car. It's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. Decent size glove box. Okay, you can fit some decent amount of item in there, and you have some more storage underneath the armrest. Two cup holders right here. This is what you have to the front right there. As far as space, I have to sit in my driving position, so I have good amount of space. I am 6 feet tall and I'm sitting comfortably here. All right, no issues whatsoever. Door bin, good size. You can probably fit a 1 liter bottle in there. And at last, you have a panoramic sunroof right here. You have to open the shade manually, but as far as the actual sunroof, you have a button right here to open it, but besides that, just this one you have to open it manually. Okay, so now this is what you have up front. Let's see how it is at the back. Okay, jumping at the back of the A3. Okay, this is not too bad compared to the S3. I have a review of that on my channel if you want to see that car. There seems to be a little bit less space here, even though they have the same dimension, or maybe I just have the seat in a different position that I had it in the S3, but I feel like it's pretty consistent. So let's see. Ooh, headroom is great. You still got good headroom. So if you're like 6 feet tall and about, then you can sit upright at the back. So just like in the S3, pretty good consistency with the header. So what they did, they had this curve on the headliner that gives you that extra headroom. This is perfect right here. And they have this crease at the back of the seat as well, where you can pretty much fit your knee, so it's not too like squished by the seat in front of you. So if you have a shorter driver in front of you, you're gonna have good leg room for sure. But right now I'm pretty tall and I have the seat in my position, then that's why I am kind of sitting like this. And you can see this seat is a bit more forward. So if you have like someone 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" in front of you, then you're gonna have a lot more space at the back. So I wouldn't complain at all. Same quality material at the back. Seats are very comfortable. So once you have more knee room, then you can sit here like for 2-3 hours easy. So you can travel at the back of this car, no worries. All right, but if you want bigger, then you can go to an A4 or an A5. All right, so now let's see how it is at the trunk. All right, so let's see how it's looking in the trunk. Okay, so yeah, so as you would expect, this is a very short car, so you're gonna lose that practicality at the back in the trunk. So there is not a lot of space here. You can probably fit like 3 good size carry-on here or 2 huge luggage, but this is about it. So the back is about 309 liters, and if you need more space, you can fold the back seats and get more space in the cargo area. But this is what you have here pretty much, a very small trunk. And this is what you get. If you need bigger, you can go to an A4 or an A5. All right, so now once you're done, there is no power trunk, so you gotta use your muscle to bring it back down. Okay, so now we're gonna go back up front to talk about the infotainment system. Close this door. All right, so back inside, let me just switch on the car. Perfect. So the infotainment system of this car has 3 parts. So you have this on the driver's side, the virtual cockpit. You have the MMI system and AC here. And then you do have the Audi phone box here. So typically in all Audi or most Audis, the Audi phone box will be underneath the armrest, but this one is storage. They placed it here in the A3, in the S3 and RS3 as well. So this is where the Audi phone box is gonna be. But before I get to it, I wanna talk about the infotainment system. This car has about 15 speakers in it. This particular car do not have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, the Crows. This is the regular Audi sound system here. But the best ones are Bose, Sonos, and the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is the top tier. So all 3 of those, they have the 3D sound effect. All right, but this one right here, this is just the regular sound system in this car. All right, just make sure when you're going to buy a car, you check what sound system it has. Bang & Olufsen sound system, top tier. All right, I always recommend that. But one new thing they have here is that they have almost like a DJ or turntable, a DJ turntable right here for the volume knob. So all you gotta do is swivel around it. There you go. And see, just like I'm doing right now, this is, you go clockwise for volume up, counterclockwise for volume down. This is how you have it here. Very cool system now. Okay, all right, so now the Audi phone box is right here. So what it is, it's a wireless pad for your phone. So when your phone is on it, you can charge your phone wirelessly. And also, they're so smart, they managed to use the antenna of the car to amplify the signal of your phone when it's on there. So you're gonna have better service inside the car ultimately. All right, so also, you do have 2 USB-C ports right here for faster connection to the MMI system and faster charging as well, because the cable is always faster than the wireless. All right, so now one more thing you have is that you have wireless Apple CarPlay in the car and wireless Android Auto. So you don't need to plug your phone to anything. Get inside the car, is going to connect automatically. But also the car has its Bluetooth system. If you don't want to use Apple CarPlay, you still get the Bluetooth. You have access to your media. You can make phone call using the car system, etc. But most people will use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. It just fits. It just works seamlessly with your phone. So why not? Okay, so now right on top here, you have the climate control. So you have the old school button, as I like to call them. So it's just those buttons. A lot of drivers tend to say that they are very convenient, and I agree, because you know where the buttons are. So when you're driving, you can just raise your fan speed without looking at a touch screen or trying to click precisely where you need. But you kind of know where the buttons are. Even like it's gonna take you less time to see what you're doing here than actually clicking a touch screen where you might be clicking something else. All right, so this is why a lot of drivers like this. Okay, so right on top of it, you have this 10.1-inch screen, which is the MMI system. It's a touch screen. It's very fluid. When I say fluid, it's so responsive that when you swipe, it just moves instantly. It's just wow. It's just water, like water. It's liquid. Okay, so the screen also is HD, and you can see everything clearly. The icons are pretty big. You're not gonna click something else by mistake. All right, and I like to go to vehicle settings, and you get this haptic feedback when you click on it as well, and you can hear a click that lets you know that you clicked on something. Audi Drive Select, and I like to see the render of the car. This is where you have the drive modes. Okay, this is it for the MMI system right here. Now on the driver's side, you have the virtual cockpit. It's HD as well. They redesigned it a little bit, changed the colors on it, but besides that, it's still the same system that we're used to. It's still up to date to the market right now. All right, so it's HD crystal clear, so you have information about the car, consumption, you have short-term, long-term memory, you have energy consumers such as the AC is going to show you how much gas it's using, and you have the driver assistance right here for the lane keeping assist. You can see it right there, and you can have access to your media here, and you also have ability to make phone calls right from there. This is what you have here for the infotainment system. Very cool system, very user friendly, I would say. It's not complicated at all. All right, so now we're gonna go outside to talk about the engine. All right, so now let's see how it's looking underneath the bonnet. Pop the hood open. Oh yeah, everything is clean, brand new here. All right, so this car is powered by a 2-liter i4 engine that can produce around 201 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque. So Audi judged that this car can go from 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. So this engine is controlled by a 7-speed automatic gearbox, and you have 4 drive modes. So you have auto, dynamic, comfort, and individual, all for the Audi Drive Select right there. Okay, so this engine is also a mild hybrid, so you have a 12-volt battery in the car that will help you with turbo lag, that will help you with acceleration, and also with emission, because when you stop at a red light, it's just gonna use that auto start stop to cut up the engine and save you some fuel as well. All right, so now the fuel efficiency in this car is about 27 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway. This is probably Audi's most fuel efficient car for sure. All right, and if you're driving cautiously, and I had one as a rental one time, you can go up to like 40 miles per gallon for sure if you're going speed limit and all of that, driving normally. All right, this is what you have here. Okay, so now let's see what the A3 is like to drive. Just a quick reminder, if you want to support this channel, make sure you shop at Seaway.store and use code SeaWorld40 for 40% off. Okay, so now I am kicking off in comfort mode, and I can tell you this car is very, very light, and it's expected because there is no extra stuff in this car. This car is not packing a lot. Short dimension, short car, so the car is not heavy at all. So the power that you have in this car is perfect for the weight, and also is great for efficiency as well. Okay, so comfort mode, the engine is very relaxed, so you have sport suspension and this one right here. So it's important that when you get in the car that you check the fact sheet to see exactly what you have in it. Taking this turn right here, yeah, the car is very nimble and agile. But yeah, as I was saying, so if you need regular or standard suspension, you can make sure you get that. It's gonna give you extra comfort. But this one has sport suspension, so it's more on the firmer side. All right, so it's still sucking up the bumps, but it just gives you extra sportiness with those sport suspension. Going around this roundabout, give it some speed. See, yeah, oh yeah, very nimble, agile around the turns, and it's very sharp car, so it's gonna be very sharp when you're taking the turns. All right, so now you have the Quattro all-wheel drive system in this car. It is the best on the market to my knowledge, and when it comes to wet surface, muddy situations, sticky situations, nothing can beat the Quattro all-wheel drive system, and I can bet on that until proven otherwise. All right, so now I'm gonna make a U-turn just to check the turning radius of the car. All right, so taking it right here. This is so tight and short. Very good. Small dimension. This is expected. All right, small car. I like it. I enjoy a small compact car like this. All right, so now when it comes to safety features, so you have everything. This car is fully loaded. So you have lane keeping assist right here on the turn signal lever. When you have it on, You can also set the distance between you and the car up front. That way you're not gonna get into any fender bender. And then the lane keeping assist is gonna keep the car centered in your lane, so you're not swerving unexpectedly left or right and go crash other cars. So this is a great safety feature, and along with the distancing. And you have adaptive cruise control with the distancing. So what it's gonna do is gonna accelerate and decelerate based on the distance that you set between you and the car up front. This is perfect right there. All right, so now other features you have the parking aid. So you have the rear view camera and the car and all the parking sensors, so you're not hitting your bumper or anything. And then you do have the park assist. When you press it, then the car is gonna identify a spot and it's gonna park the car automatically for you. This is perfect right there. All right, and also as standard, you have all your airbags, overhead, knee, side airbags. So you have all those airbags in the car. This is regular safety feature for decades and decades. All right. Also, you do have the Audi presence. So this is right here behind the mirror. So it's gonna help you brake the car when you're about to impact something at high speed. So this is what you have your good safety feature right here. And you have the presence rear as well, using the mirrors. So you have blind spot assist on both mirrors. So the sensors at the back will tell you when there's a car coming, and also it's gonna beep if a car is about to rear end you as well. So this is what you have in the car. So very safe car. So now I'm in dynamic mode, so we're gonna see how the engine reacts. So on dynamic mode, so the car pretty much gets in the sportiest setting. So the suspension gets tighter, the steering wheel gets more weight to it. It tends to become more accurate. So we're gonna test that out and see how it reacts. And also the throttle response gets better as well. So now let's find out. Okay. All right, so roughly like 5.76 seconds in my estimation, from 0 to 60. This is what I'm seeing. So the car doesn't have a tremendous amount of power, so you can already expect that you can hear the sound is just doing way more work, or there's more sound than the car is actually going fast, So if you need faster than that, you gotta go to an S3, and if you need 400 horsepower beast, you gotta go to the RS3. The RS3 is just a different breed. Audi did a great job with that car, but this one right here is mainly made for fuel efficiency. So you're not gonna be racing anybody on the street or anything like that, on a track, whatever, then this is a car for you. This is probably Audi's most fuel efficient car ever. I have an S6, so it's very, very rare that I cross like 30 miles per gallon. I really have to be like very nitpicky with the throttle, like barely touching it, like skimming it, so I can get fuel efficiency like this. And I have to be going like in a long trip as well. But if I'm driving in the city with the S6, I'm like doing 18 miles per gallon. Like it's just not fuel efficient at all. But it also has a lot more power. But this is perfect. So if you're like conscious about your budget, conscious about your car payment, conscious about the gas price, all of that, this is perfect for you. All right, Rider fam, thank you so much for watching this review about the 2024 Audi A3. So if you have any questions or inquiries about this car, feel free to reach out to Juan at Audi West Chapel. He'll be able to help you out wherever you are in the country. If you find any value added in this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other video that I'll post in the future. And also, if you'd like to support this channel, shop apparels like this at Ceezy store. It's a premium brand with sustainable product, and you can use code CEEWA40 for 40% off. And now, until we meet again, let's keep riding.